Hello everyone, good day. My name is Lynn Carlo Bago. I will be reporting the lesson 10 to 13. So the first lesson I will present to you is about sex and senses. So the lesson objectives are discuss the human senses in the context of sexual response and show appreciation of how the sensorium contributes to our experience of human sexuality. When we were children, we were taught that there are five bodily organs, which corresponds to our primary senses, which we use to explore and experience the world around us. So, there are eyes, they are the eyes or ang mata, which is the sense of sight or visual. So, kabalo na taman nga ang mata para motanaw. So, the next one is the nose or ang ilong. Ang ilong is the sense of smell. So, makasimhot or makahumot or baho. Depende na lang unsay nasimutan. May isog na baho or makakuyakan na baho. Sample lang. Next is ang ears. Ang ears or ang dalunggan or dunggan, which is the sense of hearing. So, di akod na to makapaminaw ta sa mga klase-klase ng mga sounds. No, pinaagi sa itong mga ears o dunggan like mga music or kanang mga sabato or chismis sa laing tao. Hindi. So, next one is the skin, muscle, or joints. So, diari no, diya makasense ang makasense ta sa touch or feeling. Like example, gulit kag ice cream, papalo ka nga bugnaw, di ay, or bakong iluag kay mauni mo nga init di ay. Una siya example lang. So, these are the five senses nga naa sa ating body. So, next is the human affect and the senses. Unsa man yung human affect and senses? Human beings are hailed as rational beings who are constantly making choices and are behaving to a set of rational choices made from higher order thinking. It is hypothesis that our affect, emotion, and feelings actually play a major role in behaviors. Next is affective primacy hypothesis. Postulates that in many cases, cognitive processing plays a lesser role compared to our emotional responses in eliciting behavior. The affective primacy hypothesis asserts that affective reactions can be elicited with minimal stimulus input and virtually no cognitive processing. So, according to the affective primary hypothesis, the feeling or emotional information has priority and its activation can come before identification on the ontological category of stimulus. So, primary emotional responses. So, there ang fight. Kung sa maning fight, fight is response is when we face adverse or dangerous stimuli squarely. So, the fight response is your body's way of facing any perceived threat aggressively. When you feel in danger and believe you can overpower the threat, you are in a fight mode. Your brain sends signals throughout your body to rapidly prepare for the physical demands of fighting. So basically, ang fight is aggressive form if maka-face ka danger. Like something na naay nanginabot nimo. Next one is flight. So flight is response is when we move away from the adverse or dangerous stimuli. So flight means your body urges you to run from danger. So example, na magot ni ero, nadako o erong buang ba, nimo sa nimo sa nimo. So ang choice din nimo is mawawa ka o mudagan ka. So next one is freeze. Freeze response on the other hand is when you are startled or unable to make choices. Those are unable to move. When one feels neither like fighting nor fighting, freezing is an option. Next is senses and sexuality. Virtual experience. So humans are predominantly visual. Our societies highly rely on visual culture to create meaning and convey information. In the context of human sexuality, some studies have explored gender differences in visual stimuli and sexual arousal. So this is based kung unsay nakita. Olfactory experience represents both odors and ordinary objects. At first level of representation, olfactory experience represents odors. At the second level, it represents ordinary objects. So, example ani is like girls, like gusto sila og aroma or scented candles, ilang gusto masimhotan. Or, the flowers na anong sa kahumot niya, kinala. So, kaya nag-base man siya sa simhot or odor. So, next is how human olfaction influence sexuality identified through possibilities. So, signature odor. Kung sa mga signature odor, the unique way that each individual smells, which is associated with the major histocompatibility complex, a set of proteins signaling our immune system the presence of foreign substances. So, a signature scent is a fragrance that truly defines you. It says exactly what you want it to say about you. So, muna siya gitawag og signature perform sa imo ang lawas o imo sa baga in imong body, imong odor nimo. This is scent which is to other people to recognize you. Not only this, but a signature also scent that works best for you and your body chemistry. Matawag na kung example ani ka ng imong singot, no? Imong singot sa imong sinina kung may buwan nimo, example kung na kay mga igsuon o sa man may buwan sinuton ang kwan din kan kinsa man ni dali ra kay makwan kay na signature ang odor sa tagiya. So pheromones, substances putatively excreted by our glands which signals mood and affect social behaviors. Pheromones are similar to hormones but work outside the body. They induce activity in individuals such as sexual arousal. Tactile experiences. Tactile experiences or sensations are received or felt by touch. Example ani is babies who sleep with their parents receive more tactile stimulation or kanang gikugos nga baby kanang pakatulgon diya makakuan ang tactile experience kaysa ibutang lang ang bata kung matulog sa crib. So as a sensation, touch has some elements. Tactile element pertains to an experience relative to the object being felt. Is it rough, smooth? Is the surface hard or soft? Wala siya. So, ang thermal element or kani siya is based sa temp. Is it warm or cold? So, next one is different parts of the human body also have different threshold of tactile experience. So, primary erogenous zones are an area or part of the body sensitive to stimulation that is a source of erotic or sexual feelings or pleasure. So, areas as the mouth, anus, genitals, and nipples, as they were very sensitive to touch. So, secondary erogenous zones are more diverse and relate to any body area that being touched can lead to sexual pleasure or arousal in primary erogenous zone. At the back, likod ng cheek, neck, or buttocks. Also, they also have sensitive to touch but only supportive to the primary zones of eliciting response. So, oxytocin. So, it's oxytocin. It is referred to as the love hormone because it is believed to influence tribal behaviors and maternal bonding. It is observed to be produced in a vast amount during nipple stimulation, such as instance when a mother suckles her newly born. So basically, ang oxytocin is a hormone that acts on organs in the body. So concluding ani is ang breast o ang uterus and as a chemical messenger to the brain. So controlling key aspects of the reproductive system. Apil diri ang childbirth and lactation and aspects of human behavior. So next is auditory experience. Something auditory experience. Social interactions are not only visual. So, dili lang siya unsay nakita, but also auditory process. Unsa pud dapat madungog. Our human language often have verbal counterpart to the written language. In fact, historically, much as culture are passed through oral tradition even before the writing system was developed. So, sa lesson 11, no, ang sexual behavior. So, ang lesson objective sa lesson 11 is identify ta sa important health habits for the developing adolescent. Observe maintaining good hygiene and know when to seek help from a healthcare professional. So, sexual behaviors. So, some sexual behaviors. Sexual behaviors are actions that humans agree to interpret as an expression of their sexual motivation or intentions. So, sexual behaviors can be typed according to the aim of the behavior. So, sexuality can be defined as the quality or state of being sexual. So, sexuality can be expressed in a way other than a sexual intercourse. Sexual response cycle. The sexual response cycle refers to the sequence of physical and emotional changes that occur as a person becomes sexually aroused and participates in sexually stimulating activities. So, includes there an intercourse and masturbation. So, based in Masters and Johnson sa 1966-1970 proposed sexual response cycle. So, unsa man ni sila? They are excitement. Unsa man excitement? In the excitement stage, the body prepares for sexual activity by tensing muscles and increasing heart rate, paspas ang sa mong heart rate and blood pressure. In the male, blood flows to the penis causing it to become erect, and the female vaginal walls become moist. The inner part of the vagina becomes wider, and the clitoris enlarges. So, next is erection or tumescence. The penis contains two cylindrical sponge-like structures. So during sexual arousal, nerve impulses increase blood flow to both of these cylinders. So, sex flash, commonly referred to as sex flash, vaso, vaso, vasocongestion, increased blood flow of the skin can occur during of all four phases of human sexual response cycle. Study shows that the sex flash occurs approximately 50 to 75% of females and 35% of males, yet not consistently. So, murag kung sa kuan is, guba na ni ka na murag mamula ang nawong. So, lubrication. Sa bayan ni siya ang lubrication. For women, vaginal lubrication is an important part of sexual arousal. It releases the vagina penetration, making it easier for the penis to enter and reducing any accompanying friction or irritation. Pain during intercourse is often caused by inadequate lubrication. So next is plateau phase. So total plateau phase. This phase is characterized by a sustained peak in stimulation of the organs. In the plateau stage, breathing becomes more rapid and the muscles continue to tense. So pas gusto na lang pag-breathe. So on the glands head of and the glands at the head of the penis swells and the testes enlarge in the male. In the female, the outer vagina contracts. The clitoris retracts. No? So orgasm phase. So hindi siya the climax of the sexual response cycle. It is the stage of release wherein the human male achieves ejaculation and the human female is ready to receive female for the possible fertilization. So it's the shortest of the phase and generally lasts only a few seconds. General characteristic of this phase included following nadia ang involuntary muscle contractions begin. So, ang blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing are their highest rates with a rapid intake of oxygen. So, ang resolution phase, the male penis return to its normal unerected phase. So, whereas the testes of the scrotum descend in the human female. The outer and inner reproduction organs also relax. So, during resolution, the body slowly returns to its normal level of functioning, and swelling of and erect body parts and return to their previous size and color. This phase is marked by a general sense of well-being, enhances intimacy, and often fatigue. So, Kaplan's model. Desire. Desire is the psychological component of the sexual response. It involves sexual thoughts and feelings, which are necessary for a satisfying sexual experience. However, desire does not necessarily translate into action. An emotion and motivational state characterized by an interest in sexual object or activities. O, nalang kay desire lang, no? So, ang arousal, it's a phase where excitement and plateau takes place. So, ang arousal is the feeling of being turned on sexuality. When you're turned on, your body experiences physical and emotional changes. So, next one is an orgasm. It's the completion of the sexual response. Is what usually happens when you reach to the height of sexual arousal. So, sexual response dysfunctions. Sexual desire disorder. So, when an individual has low levels of desire or as an aversion to sexual activities, A persistent lack of physical desire for sex and lack of sexual activity, or even sexual thoughts or fantasies that causes you distress. May sexual desire disorder. So, sexual arousal disorder. So, when an individual has problems in achieving necessary psychological state of completion, this most common of female sexual dysfunction involves lack of sexual interest and willingness to be sexual. Sexual arousal disorder, your desire for sex might be intact, but you have difficulty with arousal or unable to become aroused or maintain arousal during sexual activity. So next one is organic disorder. Organic disorder, which is an individual has problems in achieving orgasm. In any disorder resulting from demonstrable abnormality in the structure or biochemistry of body tissues or organs. Next one is sexual pain disorder. Sexual pain disorder is when where there is experience of pain during sexual response cycle, defined as persistent or recurrent genital pain that occurs just before or during or after sex, depende na lang. Paraphilias is the experience of intense sexual arousal to atypical objects, situations, fantasies, behaviors, or individuals. It has also been defined as sexual interest in anything other than consisting human partner. So, what is paraphilic person? So, paraphilias are frequent, intense, sexually arousing fantasies that involves inanimate objects, no? Children or non-consisting adults, suffering or humiliation of oneself or the partner. So, common paraphilic disorder. So, muli mga common disorder, no? So, exhibitionism. Pressure from exposing one's genitals to non-consisting people. So, cord kayo ipagawas, no? Ang other genitals sa lang tao. Kalit. Expose. So, ang fetishism. Arousal from non-living object. So, example, na-arouse sa shoes, socks, or body parts na lain, no? So, manang ginug fetish. So, next one is Frotteurism. Touching or rubbing one's body or genitals to non-consistent people. So, pedophilia. So, arousal from children. No, pag may kiwakas na na mga pedophilia ka, pwede ka presoon na ba? Sexual masochism. Arousal from actual suffering or humiliation. Next is sexual sadism. Arousal from acting inflicting pain to others. Budayana, no? So next is transvestic fetishism. So sa heterosexual males ano siya. So ang arousal from wearing clothing by opposite sex during sexual activities. So magsuot siya lain nga ang laki siya magsuot siya pang babae. During sa sexual activities. So voyeurism, observing other people's engage in sexual activities. Nagtanaw lang, observe sa tanang lantaw sa sexual activities sa laing tao. Ano? Thank you. So, sa lesson 12, no? So, stereotype, prejudice, and discrimination. So, lesson objective ani is differentiate stereotype, prejudice, and discrimination. So, understand the manifestations of stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination on gender. So, stereotype. Stereotype is extremely generalized belief about a group of people. Stereotype is a fixed general image or set of characteristics that a lot of people believe represent a particular type of person or thing. So, some example stereotypes will be examples of girls. So, ang activity sa girls is kanang mahilig ng drawing, o kanang magdula, og dance, kanta-kanta, singing. So, reading, favorite color nila is mostly pink jud. So, ang kasigarahan po nila kung profession ilang gusto is which is teacher, nurse, imong mother or homemaker. Even sa boys pod, like pod, which is activity sa boys. Ang mga dulaan nila is mahilig jud og sa mga sakyanan, mga auto-auto or kanang mga sundalo-sundalo nga mga dulaan. Favorite color sa boys which is blue. So kasagara kung profession gusto sa mga laki po is doctor or soldier or a fighter. So prejudice is unjustified or incorrect attitude towards a person. So prejudice is an assumption or an option that someone simply based on that person's membership to a particular group. A few commonplace examples of prejudice are those based on someone's race, gender, nationality, social status, sexual orientation, or religious affiliation. So next one is discrimination. So refers to negative actions or behaviors towards an individual or group of people, treating a person or particular group of people differently, especially in a worse way from the way which you treat other people because of their example, skin color, or because ilang sex or sexuality, or possibly if kanang kung naa ka sa Amerika, example lang, nag-race is kay because of skin color, kay gikan og black or kung kan man gali because they are Asian, or pwede pod sa height kay mugbo kayo, hindi qualify, example lang sa discrimination. So there are two types of stereotypes. So positive stereotype. So stereotype that's positive stereotype that purports to describe the admirable, desirable, or beneficial qualities and characteristics of the members of a particular group or social category. Although stereotypes about the other groups are often negative, generalizations about one's group tend to be positive. Example, example is Filipino is being known for their hospitality. So, wala siya. Then, example po is, kanang kung mag-eskwela sa University of Harvard University is mga very intelligent or mga bright kayo. So, negative stereotype. A stereotype that purports to describe the indesirable, objectionable, or unacceptable qualities and characteristics of the members of the particular group or social category. Example lang kanang mga one is kung kasagara daw kunong Muslim they are, ngayon sila nga they are terrorists. So, inana, ano mga farmers are lazy and less educated. Example lang na siya. So, freedom and equality. So, based Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Its preamble recognizes that the inherent dignity and the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world.